do you know the camera's not on?
Hi, Joan. Can you tell us about your pregnancy with Lloyd and
I'm going to get him straight to the
through the birth, starting with being pregnant.
What am I doing here?
That was perfect what you just said.
It was okay. So tell us about when did you want to have babies?
We always wanted to have children. We planned on having 3 children, and we got pregnant just 3 months after we were married, and it was hard because I had never experienced it before. I didn't get very, very heavy. I just only gained about 11 or 12 pounds, but
Grand total. That was amazing. You didn't even hardly look pregnant.
no, but I felt pregnant. I was the skinniest person. They didn't know I was even pregnant, but I threw up every day. Threw up and then pretty soon I was okay and
What'd you do in the car when you were driving around?
carried bags so I could throw up. I don't want to say that too much of that throw up stuff.
Okay. And did you have plastic bags? No. All you got is brown paper bags back then.
Right.
No
right.
plastic. So during your pregnancy, were you still active?
Oh yeah, we did everything, and to the point where we were swimming at my friend's pool or Angela's pool, swimming around, going down the slides, doing all that kind of stuff, and my water broke, and 3 weeks early, and there I went to the hospital with Lloydie.
Your water broke while you were in the water?
It broke when I went down the slide and hit the
Really?
hit the water.
Oh, I
yeah.
forgot that. Oh.
Yeah.
So how long
Were
from...
you able to clean all that out of the pool? Or?
It's clear.
How long...
Definitely
how long
clear.
after the pool did you go to the hospital?
I went home and I started having pains. A few hours.
You're doing okay right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to take your little walk really quick?
Oh,
We're just
Okay.
doing a little recording.
but she has to go home. When do you go home?
Oh, no, not till 7.
Oh, okay. So in a few minutes we'll be all done. Okay.
You're right.
Okay.
So after the pool, how long before you left for the hospital?
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember exactly.
What time was it that you went to the hospital?
Probably about. I sort of went at night, and I had him in the morning.
Was your husband really frenetic when you told him it's time to go?
Yeah, he was.
What
But
did
I
you
was
do?
all packed, so it didn't matter. You always got yourself packed ahead of time, so you didn't have to just throw everything together.
And what hospital did you go to?
We went to Seventh-day Adventist.
Where?
Seventh-day, in Glendale. And we had Dr. Smith. No, we had Dr. Slight.
It was a Glendale Memorial?
Glendale Memorial.
Okay.
It wasn't Seventh-day Adventist.
So
Glendale Memorial.
were you worried about actually having a baby on the way?
Mm-mm.
No?
Mm.
So you got there and you got there in the afternoon?
Towards the evening.
And the baby was born when? Lloydie was born when?
And then in the next morning, like early in the morning.
Oh.
I'll have to look that up, what exact time.
Was there any relatives there for the birth in the hospital?
In the hallway, your mother and your dad
Yeah.
and my mother. Yeah.
Oh, good. Did your dad come too?
I don't think so. I don't think he did. It might have just been your mother and my mother, because I remember them saying, "Oh, honey."
Grandpas weren't interested in
In those days, the grandpas came and saw.
firstborn.
They came and saw you after, right as soon as you got home. You had to spend 3 days.
That's the baby that was born. How many years ago?
51 years.
51 years ago. Look at him.
Long years.
Isn't he a little sweet baby?
Preemie, little preemie.
Little preemie. He weighed 5 pounds. 5 pounds 9 ounces.
Was there any premature baby problems? Sometimes babies born lighter have little problems.
He wasn't too premature, just 3 weeks. He didn't have any eyelashes.
It's
And
very small though, isn't it?
yeah. You ended up getting home, only weighed 5 pounds. You were above the, if you had gone below 5 pounds, they would have kept you in the hospital. But we got to stay only 3 days when we had babies. So,
Was there any complications in the hospital?
no.
Where were we living when you brought him home?
I brought him home to Olive Avenue across from Olive Rec.
Really?
That was our apartments right there.
Right across from Oliver?
Uh-huh. We used to go to the park over there all the time. We'd wheel the buggy, wheel you over there, and you used to sit there and watch the baseball games.
Did we let people come over and see the baby?
No, Lloyd closed the doors and made him look in the window.
I mean, he held up the baby to the window so they could look in the
he
window?
held up the Lloydie to the window so everybody could see because he didn't want any germs.
And he survived childhood because of that,
Yeah,
right?
he barely survived childhood.
Was there any post-birth problem with Lloydie?
No.
Any health problem? No?
He was a good. He didn't eat very much. He just ate a little bit. So he ate about every hour and a half or every 2 hours, because his stomach was little. So he kept us awake a lot. Kept us awake all night long.
Were you happy having a baby? Did you feel like you were too young or too inexperienced?
No, I thought I was old at 19.
Did you feel challenged, like, oh no, what am I going to do?
No, not at all.
So you felt confident?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Think of how long my job was being a babysitter. And I just took care of kids so much that one family was 5 kids I took care of at one time. So
Wow.
having a little baby was really fun.
How old
Really
were you
easy.
how old were you when you're watching 5 kids?
16.
Oh wow.
But they used to take me to
That
Balboa.
Balboa Island? Wow.
For the-
Balboa Park?
No, Balboa, the island.
Oh.
They used to have a house on Lido Isle, right? There's 2 islands there. And we'd go for 2 weeks. Me and the kids and them, and I'd watch the kids all day long. We'd go swimming, and they'd go out to dinner at night.
Oh, that's so neat.
Who's that?
Bob and Beverly? No?
I can't remember their last names. I almost had that other lady's, her sister's last name the other day, but I can't remember their last names.
How old was Lloydie when you started realizing he was special?
1 minute. No, when I woke up finally, woke up out of my. But your mother and my mother were worried about me because I only weighed about 119 pounds. I had lost so much weight having a baby because, well, he weighed almost 6 pounds when he came out. So, and then I lost all that water and I was like down about 10 pounds from when I started.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
I was pale too, very pale, very skinny.
did Lloyd show early signs of walking, talking, rolling over or anything?
Yeah, he was great. He
Remember
used
that
to,
time he rolled over?
yeah, he did that. He did everything at the right time.
Well,
Even though John was bigger to start out with than he was, Lloydie caught up with him, and then within about 6 or 8 months, he was as big as John was. And
John overtook me later on.
no, John could barely move because he was so,
I remember Lloydie turned over like when he was like a month old, which is, I mean, it was only once, but we said, how in the hell did he turn himself over?
Yeah.
But it was an unusual case.
But then he didn't walk until he was 13 months old. He waited a while.
Oh,
He waited till Meredith
that-
came home.
Wow.
He waited till Mary came
that
home.
explains a lot.
He crawled and everything, and he could play golf. You know, when he was little, into the little thing. When he would just sit there, and then he'd crawl over to the ball, get it, put it back in, and then he couldn't support himself though. We had to support him, and then he knew how to golf when he was like about 8 months old. We did weird things.
Was he pretty good with little balls?
What kind of, you mean base football?
Playing with balls and stuff around the
Yeah,
house?
huh? Yeah. He liked to throw balls. Yeah.
I remember rolling balls to him when he could barely sit up.
Yeah. See, we started you young. You do that with your first child. You probably did that with Emma too. You get them to do all these things that you wouldn't think. If the second child comes around, you go, gee, why did I do that? Yeah, yeah. And he was very healthy. And then we gave him golf lessons when he was 5. You were experienced enough to be golfing at 5.
I'm sure they kept them.
That guy was a good golf teacher. That's why you ended up being so good, because you learned so much from that guy.
We're at the Bell.
No, at Roger Dunn.
Where was that at?
Roger Dunn was over more in North Hollywood, was it?
Victory and Hazelton?
Victory and, yeah.
A little ways out in the valley.
Oh, the one in North Hollywood?
Yeah, the one
Oh,
in
that
North
was, that was Lancashire.
Oh, Lancashire.
Where that big, where the big intersection comes together, right?
Yeah, it was right around that area.
Riverside and,
I don't know the other street though.
oh, it was there forever.
Oh, Riverside and Lancashire.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, okay.
It's not there anymore.
No, they took it down.
Not
yeah.
too long ago. I mean.
Oh really? Not too long
I
ago?
don't know, maybe we were talking about it. There was a Roger Dunn at Victory and Byron come together. There's a Roger Dunn.
That's where it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Took lessons at the place?
Hmm?
I don't remember that.
Yep. And then Dad said, well, if Lloydie can do that good, you should take lessons. So I took lessons too, but mine didn't quite look like Lloydie's. He just hit it like he was like a miniature Tom or Arnold Palmer or something.
He was good, wasn't he?
It was just, you just had the form already when you. I think that's what's good when you start kids young. They just naturally have that form, you know.
We had so much hope for Lloydie.
My theory was not to make a person. I don't feel like you should make a person to be a superstar in any one thing. I think that you should make the person happy that when he gets older, he has all these great things he learned, like baseball, golf, tennis, all football,
Hiking,
hiking,
fishing.
and then you have a lot of hobbies that you like, and then you're
Nice, good, yeah.
Yeah.
That's to beat all my friends